Now, ladies and gentlemen, a very special moment as West Deptford High School recognizes a man of athleticism, service, dedication, and spirit for the West Deptford High School as he continues to inspire the lives of many of our community members, students, athletes, and friends, much like many of his predecessors, his physical education teacher mentors, and West Deptford High School coaches. To introduce him, in keeping with our first half theme, all the way from FLA, Mark's brother, a WDHS grad, Tim Dixon.
Thanks, Tim. I am so glad to be in my hometown tonight. It is a rare occasion when a man gets the opportunity to induct his personal sports hero into a Hall of Fame. But since Bernie Perron couldn't be here tonight, I'll do it for Mark. Sports is an amazing thing. In every aspect of life, the lines are real fuzzy, and conclusions are constantly questioned. In politics, are you red or are you blue? Do you like Van Gogh or Stan Lee? You like Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen? Which would you rather have, the Batmobile or Spidey sense? But in sports, the lines are well defined. We all know what's out of bounds, and the goals are crystal clear. Now, we may disagree on our favorites, and I think everybody here can agree on their opinion of the Dallas Cowboys. But when the smoke clears and the buzzer sounds, the last out is made, and the finish line is crossed, sports gives us what we rarely get in life, and that's answers, at least until next year. So let's start with the stats. As a player, 3-time varsity letter winner and All-Olympic Conference wide receiver for the Fighting Eagles football team. He's a 3-time varsity letter winner in spring track, 3-time varsity letter winner in winter track. He twice was an all-conference, all-Olympic conference, and all-group in track. He was a Woodbury Relays champion, South Jersey Relay champion. At the time of graduation, Mark held 3 individual school track and field records and was part of 5 relay school records. Many of you here might remember a crisp autumn Saturday in 1980, and that's when David slew Goliath once again. That's when Tom Bagby threw the rock to number 81. Dixon turned on the afterburners, converting a 15-yard first down play into an 87-yard dagger into the heart of mighty Deptford High. They live with this taste in their mouth to this day. At the time, that was the longest touchdown reception in West Deptford history. Mark graduated the class of 1981, went on to play football, run track, and continued to pole vault at Westchester University. He graduated in 1986. He returned here in 1988 after a brief time at Downingtown High School in Pennsylvania and has dedicated over 2.5 decades to the health and physical education of the students of West Deptford. For 16 years, he was on the coaching staff of numerous Colonial Conference and South Jersey State football teams as a receivers and defensive backfield coach. He took the head coaching duties of the winter and spring track team in the early 90s. Under Coach Dixon, the track team has won 3 Colonial Conference championships, a Woodbury Relays championship, and individually, Coach Dixon has produced 4 Meet of Champions, 29 South Jersey champions, 16 New Jersey State champions, and 2 Eastern State champions. He's had 5 of his athletes named All-State, 19 named All-South Jersey. There has been 34 All-Group and 67 first-team All-Colonial Conference athletes under Coach Dixon. 53 West Deptford school records have been set, and 2 of his athletes have been named South Jersey Performer of the Year. Mark has had national spotlight shown directly on him and on West Deptford in kind for being a pole vault coaching guru. Coach Dixon has racked up 120 wins, and he's still going. Mark Dixon is beloved by his teammates, colleagues, and players, and students. He's admired for his artful teaching craft and his unstoppable competitive spirit. Now, this I should know. You see, I am his staunchest rival, his longest nemesis. You see, born 3 years his junior, I have been competing against Mark Dixon in every sort of athletic and competitive contest since 1967. I was his first tackling dummy. I was the one he positioned 60 feet and 6 inches away, with no equipment, mind you, when he needed to work on his fastball. I was the guy he masking taped couch cushions to, when he had to work on his slap shot. Now, you see, my mom was not very happy about the couch cushions, and my dad got highly ticked when I took one of those shots off my forehead, it ricocheted, and busted the garage door window. And this Mark blamed on me. I learned everything I could from Mark Dixon, mainly so I could use it against him. Blacktop Nerf football with a steady quarterback, one-on-one night wiffle ball with table lamps hanging out of the outdoor kitchen windows. Driveway hockey with a net made of chicken wire and wood. Rolled sweat sock basketball with a rounded wire hanger slammed into the closet door for a rim. Now, a lot of you guys here might be getting a much clearer picture as to why our mother is only one miracle away from canonization. Hallway bombardment, bunk bed boxing, rod hockey, Monopoly, Risk, Clue. I lost them all to Mark Dixon. Until one fateful day. It was a late season one-on-one wiffle ball game with a folding chair for a strike zone, and I had Mark beat. The planets were aligned. Everything was going my way. It was the bottom of the ninth. I was just about to record my first ever victory against Mark when it happened. My mother called us in for dinner. Mark refused to finish the game and considered it perpetually suspended since we never finished. 35 years later, he still does not acknowledge the loss. Now, what he should have realized was what he thought was the sting of athlete Dixon's first loss was actually the glory of Coach Dixon's first victory. And many victories, track victories, football victories, intramural victories, gym class badminton tournaments, then CPR certifications, and yet another safe new driver on the roads of the Garden State. All victories. And all prepared him for his greatest challenge. It was about a year ago when I received a call from Mark that he was about to battle, that he was about to battle non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And it was a real kick in the gut. Because, see, this wasn't the first time I had received such a call from a family member. And we lost our mom in 1998. But I soon got this overwhelming confidence. Because there's one thing that I have known since 1967, is this guy hates to lose. So when the smoke cleared, and before the final whistle blew, Dixon turned on the afterburners, and he didn't stop till he was on his knees, blessing himself in the end zone because he beat cancer. And Mark was molded as a student by the West Deptford Athletic Department. He is a product of its principles and its practices. He now leads and shapes the young bodies and minds of the community in the town that he has shared with them all of his life. You see, for Mark, playing sports at West Deptford, it was never a pastime. It was a passion. And coaching at West Deptford was never a job. It was a joy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to induct my personal sports hero, Mark Dixon, into the West Deptford High School Hall of Fame.
So cute.